Dark Harvest is a horror fantasy film directed by David Slade. It's based off of a book. Didn't know much about this one, but it's on Amazon Prime. This one is about a small town that has a curse. The legend of Sawtooth Jack. It's like this scarecrow-like creature reforms every year at around Halloween, and the young boys of the town have to participate in the run, in which they are starved for 3 days by their parents and then released with masks and makeshift weapons, and they're supposed to kill Sawtooth Jack so that he can not set fire and burn and destroy the town every year. So at the beginning of the film they have a run, and Jim wins the run, and his family is given a nice car and house, and he's sent away and to go to school, and his young brother Richie, wants to also do the same thing this year, even though they're not supposed to. He befriends a black girl in town, a drifter, and this movie is just, there's just something off about it. It's a bit of a misfire. The movie has a solid director. David Slade, he's done Hard Candy, he directed 30 Days of Night, so it's a solid director, but the movie itself just feels off. First off, it takes place in the 60s, early 60s, and the movie looks like it, but they don't speak like it. The exposition's very clunky and very weird. I also did not like the actor who played the sheriff. The sheriff was overacting in every scene. Did not like him as a character. For example, there's a montage in which the boys are being starved before the next run, and one of the kids just goes, "I'm so hungry." He just shouts that like it's not really realistic dialogue. And he would be shouting to his mom maybe, but sometimes the dialogue is really clunky and full of exposition. A lot of tropes are in there. You got like the drifter girl that wants to leave the small podunk town. You got the young man who wants to prove himself. You've got the parents, and the movie's not very scary. It doesn't invoke like a Goosebumps or young adult horror novel vibe. It just, kids are doing things. They're running around. There's a couple of off-screen kills, and then we get to the next run a year later, and Richie wants to basically go there and prove himself, and the creature's running around killing things, and the movie's ending's very rushed and really simple, and I didn't like it. The movie just, it's a good effort, but I just feel like the script could have been a lot better. There's a lot more thematic stuff going on about like tradition and like yearly traditions. The movie doesn't feel very Halloween-like either when they do their little run in October every year, and it doesn't have small town vibes or anything like that. It just feels really cold. Everything looks really new and artificial. It doesn't look like, it looks like a 60s like aesthetic, but like all the clothes are too new, all the cars, it definitely feels like everything was plucked and new. I didn't like that. So I should have invoked a sort of Stephen King, It sort of vibe, but the movie just doesn't do that. It's just, I don't know, it wasn't scary. A couple of cool gore moments, but ultimately Dark Harvest is just a real misfire, so I give it a 3 out of 10.